channel. I'm going to be making some shirts like the one she wears in some of her videos that have caused people to think she's naked. But I'm going to show you how they're made, and then you'll understand why she sometimes looks naked in her videos. So, before I do that, maybe I should show you what I wore today. So I have my famous elf hat. This is my favorite one, actually. But I'm going to try to wear a different one next week when I come. And then I have my red shirt. And then I got my white shorts. I don't think you guys can see that. Just a second. Let me turn you guys down a little bit here. Okay. So I got my white shorts over my thermal pants with my fuzzy socks rolled down so you guys don't see the candy cane pattern doesn't match this one. And then I got my elfie shoes. And so that's what I'm wearing today. And I'm going to try to show you guys what we get in the Lego calendar first for the 10th. And for the 10th, it looks like we get a guy with like a camera. So there's that. And then for the 10th on Barbie. Oh boy, there it is. It's a big item. Okay. It is pants, I think? Yeah, it's a pair of pretty pants for Barbie. So that's really cool. Okay guys, so what you're going to need for this project is a old nightgown that still has some wear but you're tired of, or you can buy some new ones, or an old shirt that's still got wear but you're getting tired of. I'm going to use a nightgown that I bought at the store because I wanted to make sure it was nice and new. And then some elastic. You can get thin elastic, which is what I like in my tops, and I think Joy likes in her tops, or you can get some thick elastic. But I'm not wanting the thick, so I'm going to do the little. Some fabric scissors and a sewing machine. And of course thread. I've already threaded my machine and already set up my bobbin, so that's done. Cut your nightgown just under, a little bit under where the arm is, so to start with, because you want to make sure you got enough that you can always cut it shorter after you get it cut, or you can make it longer this way. You got it as long as you can. I like to go about a ½ inch down to an inch, and you're just going to cut both sides together. It's going to be a little uneven, but we're going to kind of straighten that out as we make this. And I'm going to save the scraps. I'm going to try to find something else to do. Cut across all the way. And like I said, we're going to fix this as we do the sewing part. You can fix it on these kind. Okay. And then we're just going to toss that over there to be used later. So once you get that done, you're going to want to turn it wrong side out. Fold it over, and you can pin this, or you can just try to do it as you go along. I'm going to pin it. I only have a thin thing, so you're going to want to make the channel just big enough to go around your elastic. And when you're pinning it, make sure you leave an opening where you can put the elastic in. So I'm actually doing is I'm putting this in. And you measure your elastic by putting it up around you. And just overlap a little bit. About ½ inch to an inch is good. So you're going to... This is how I measure my elastic. Now this one isn't going to work because this is too small. That was the extra piece. This is the piece that works. I like to wear these to bed. And like in the summer I like to wear them out and about. And you've seen similar in Joy's videos. It's because it's a gift I made her in the past. Anyway, so you're going to be about an inch overlap is what I did. But you want to take that back out once you get done pinning. And you're going to stitch, because you don't want to accidentally stitch that down with the thing, because otherwise it won't gather right. You'll have a mess on your hands. Okay, so I've got it almost all the way pinned now. And so I'm going to finish up my pinning. And then I'm going to show you how I sew it and how I finish it off. It's really simple. And if you've done any sewing, you probably already figured out exactly how to do this. And that's fine. But if you've never sewed before, which, I mean, could be the case, I doubt it. But you never know. Maybe this will give you an easy project you can try first before going after a more difficult challenge. Next thing I need is my sewing machine, so I'm going to pull my elastic back out. Now I'm going to leave about an inch that I'm not going to actually sew right now. Okay, and I've already threaded my machine. And we're going to sew based about where the pins are, based off of my elastic. But you do whatever kind of elastic you've got. You want to keep your channel wide enough to hold your elastic. Otherwise, your elastic will have to flip and then it won't be very comfortable. Done that. Push this. We're going to go a few stitches forward and then a few stitches back. So I'll probably speed this up and put some music to it, or have Joy speed it up and put some music to it, so you guys don't have to sit here and listen to this machine run. Also, if you want this really neatly so that you don't have to worry about fraying in that, you could roll that under and sew that right up there. But I'm not worried about it because this is just a night shirt for me. And thank you to Joy for letting me do this on her channel to share it with other people, because I think it's really cool. And I felt bad for her that she'd get some comments about how she looks naked in her videos, so I wanted to show what she's got that she wears. But thank you to Crafty Joy for the way you worded it, and for asking and saying you didn't think that was the case but you wanted to check. I appreciate that. I'm sure Joy did as well. And then I'm going to back up a few stitches. And then forward one more time. And then I'm going to pull this and cut it. I'm going to cut the threads. Scissors. So we have the channel in. Now I'm going to take my elastic. So all I did was put a safety pin in one end. And now I'm going to thread this through in that opening. I'm going to push it through, and I'm going to use a safety pin to help me pull it out the other end. And so I'm just going to run this through this channel. Also, let me know down below, do you think you're on the nice list or the naughty list? Okay, so now it's all the way threaded through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this safety pin out, and I'm going to go to my sewing machine here, and I'm just going to overlap that and sew that down about an inch. So we're just going to sew those two pieces of elastic together, and then I'm going to lift and I'm going to cut. And I'm going to call that good. Okay, so now I've got my elastic sewed together, like that. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in so you can see this. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so right here I've sewed it together. I've done like 3 sides of the 4, but that's good enough. Now I'm going to just kind of pull that back in place. Then I'm just going to sew up the opening, and that shirt will be done. And it's a very simple, easy sewing project, and it makes a nice night shirt for me. So I'm going to sew forward a couple stitches, backward a couple stitches, and we're going to go forward, done. And then once they meet up, I'm going to go backward a couple stitches. And then forward again, and then we're going to lift that up and cut that off. And that's one top done. So normally I like to wear them looser than this, so I would probably cut it down a little ways and use more of the bottom. But that's all you gotta do, and then you can always adjust it if you need to. But I can also scrunch it up and it's not so bad. So there you have it, and I'll insert a picture of that. And anyway, so I went ahead and wrote out sleigh rides or something I love in the winter and Christmas time. As an elf, I love when I get to go on Santa's sleigh. It's one of my favorite times of the year. And so, I hope you all have a good day, and I hope it's filled with lots of joy, and I will catch you next week. Bye, guys!